Factory International produces extraordinary new work with artists from across the globe here in Manchester, making a really strong connection to the city. Top three requirements in the brief for Aviva Studios were first to create a huge flexible space that would be an invitation to artists to imagine the impossible. The second was to have alongside that space and as part of it a really beautiful auditorium that could also be a space for really precious work and really delicate work, as well as an amazing place to have music going on. I think from a charcoal blue perspective it would just be worth saying that I think we've created a very special auditorium. We wanted somewhere that was big and had a sense of grandeur and excitement, but also that felt intimate and connected. So we wanted those two things, but we didn't want them separate. We wanted them all in one place of imagination. And then the third thing was to make sure that the building could create a great welcome for everyone who comes here, and that it didn't feel like a forbidding space, but one that drew everyone in.
We were challenged with creating a space where artistic and technical ambitions of our client, they had the freedom that they needed to explore and expand how to present their work artistically in either the warehouse spaces or the performance spaces and the theatre. And the joy was trying to marry those spaces together. And the auditorium is this delicate balance between epic and intimate, ensuring this positive relationship, this connectivity between audience and performers.
In 2015, when Charcoal Blue won the competition to provide theatre consultancy services for the new home for Manchester International Festival, it felt like we were witnessing a key moment in the UK theatre history. Designing a venue that allows performers to think bigger than ever before and pushing all our imaginations to achieve it. Working with OMA architects, we designed a warehouse space large enough to house up to 5,000 people standing and an auditorium with a capacity of 1,600 seats. Located directly next to each other, allowing the two venues to act as one, but with full acoustic separation, also allowing both venues to work concurrently too. The building's design allows transformation from a traditional seated theatre to a flexible standing audience environment in a matter of hours. Aviva Studios will present a range of international work, from traditional to modern opera, ballet and theatre works, whilst also providing a canvas for the widest range of artists to evolve new art forms into the 21st century. The building will pioneer new physical and digital experiences for audiences to come.
The warehouse is a very flexible space measuring 65 metres long by 35 metres wide, and you can stand 4 double-decker buses on top of each other below the grid. So it's got a massively flexible rigging area over the whole warehouse. You could rig the equivalent of 1.5 times what was rigged in the Eurovision Song Contest in Liverpool. Midway through the warehouse, you can subdivide it into a north half and a south half using acoustic partitions. Now these are currently the largest acoustic partitions in the world, measuring 21 metres tall. So one of the key innovations for this project, in the hall we have a lightweight rostra system that allows the very heavy retractable seating units to be transported from the hall into the warehouse.
Working with Charcoal Blue has been fantastic. They're very easy to work with and they turn production language into specifications. The real value add though is at the end of the project when we're really focused on those opening shows, how we're going to deliver them. They're by our side and making sure vendors deliver to specification, we get the right products and the right training and the right handover. It's a real asset to us.
The venue is an opportunity to promote cultural innovation, growth, skills development and talent retention across the northern powerhouse of Liverpool, Manchester and Leeds and beyond. The distinctly overarching theme for the building is creative freedom on the largest possible scale. It will drive economic growth by retaining creative talent and clustering creative industry, digital and educational partners around the facility to shift the arts ecology in England. In times where technology is changing everything and the performing arts landscape is ever evolving faster than ever before, how do we create spaces for beyond what we can imagine right now? In times of skyrocketing construction costs, material scarcity and climate crisis, we need to think about what we're building more carefully than ever. We need to make spaces that can work extremely hard and are able to serve as many purposes for as long as possible, that can be one thing today and something completely different tomorrow. This venue has been so eagerly anticipated during the 8 years it's been in the making. The opportunity for creating and co-creating locally, regionally and internationally on par with other equally ambitious organisations around the globe, which inhabit similar spaces with attitude and personality not for the faint-hearted.